People in the back?
George Black laying down. George Black laying.
Could we be quiet in the back, please? Thank you. The poem is called I Will Love, and it's a poem I wrote a long time ago. And the poem basically kind of is a manifestation of a lot of frustration that I had, specifically around the things that was happening in my city here in New Haven, but just in general. It kind of showed some of the things I thought were happening that needed to change. I will give a disclaimer. The beginning of the poem has the N-word in it like 17,000 times. So, but you'll understand what's happening as I go through.
17,000.
All right. I'm that new type of nigga. One you ain't seen before. Calm exterior, but a thug at the core. See, I'm a real nigga. Ain't afraid to kill niggas, nigga. Bend the rules, nigga. Break your face and then shoot you. Break your face and then shoot you with it because you stepped on my new shoes, nigga. I'm that bagging new girl every night. Get right, nigga. That tight nigga. That blaming on the white man because he white, nigga. I'm that selfish nigga. That no one matters but me, nigga. That drug pushing, getting money, hard life. Life ain't funny, nigga. That brag because I did a bid and totally wasted 10 years of my life, nigga. I'm that trife, nigga. That complete and utter lack of value and value for existence, nigga. That I missed it, nigga. That rob 'em, nigga. That I can't read because all my friends told me it was corny, nigga. That horny nigga. That self-centered, irresponsible, get a girl pregnant and then tell her it's her problem, nigga. Don't you think I'm cool, nigga? Don't you want to be like me, nigga? Heck no. Cookie cutter, bread and butter brother. I guess I'm a sellout, but someone's got to say it. Black people make being black people hard, and because it's a game now. We're forced to play it. Rap game, drug game. You talking to a gamer, B? But I get burned because I much rather play Street Fighter 4 or Final Fantasy on my PS3 than align myself with these evil facets and dare let them define me. Defined by a culture that says my value is equivalent to the size of my rims of my SUV, or how many women I treat disrespectfully. Getting attention from girls who only like me because I push rocks and sell weed, saying, ooh, he get money at the cost of shattered lives and broken families. Calamity is my lifestyle, running wild, drink until I sit in a pile of my own vomit, and then get up and tell my friends about it, because acceptance is contingent on a total lack of restraint. Party till I faint. Paint my life the dismal hues of mediocrity and stagnation. This is the mural of the black man in this nation, urging this black man to blindly pump his fist loud. But if this is the image that is perceived by the crowd, then what possible reason do I have to be proud? And we are quick to blame it on the white man. Cite Jimmy Lynch and Jim Crow and the government's plan to keep us in chain and ban. But let's face it. Let's face the facts. These things happened 100, 200, 300 years ago. And while the canvas is still white like that white man, the paint that coats it to surface is indeed colored. Colored like you and me. The color like you, me, and the person you're sitting by. The 50s and 60s were full of those who were willing to die for a chance to take that brush, hand it to me and you, and dare to let it paint our own lives. Woo! And we have concocted a portrait of our own demise.
You better go ahead, Kingdom.
Splashes of self-inflicted crimson mixed with swirls of purple and blue like the midnight sky symbolize streets drenched in scarlet through the territory and gang signs. And my sister, who you said was rocking them $400 Gucci shades, the one she used to cover up that black eye. But you don't care as long as you fly, you stunt that new ride, and your paper stacks is high. We say the government keeps us in the slavery mind, but the sad truth is we keep ourselves in lock and tie. Fatherless homes fatherless homes make for children with no plan, where the black woman can't distinguish a good black man from the one who only wants to get in her pants, because every man who's ever influenced him taught him that real men get all the sex they can. Role models of any real moral standing are brushed to the side, dropped in a hole and covered with the unfertile soil of Young Jeezy, Soulja Boy, and Lil Wayne. And it's a crime. Artists that spit necromancy in their rhymes. They create the dark arts in the beat, promoting ignorance, drug use, violence, and life in the street. Degradation to women and a heart full of greed. It deep-seated. So now we believe that money conquers all, and it's got to be long. While women listen to tunes describing how these men would treat them internally and externally wrong. Stand up proud and proclaim, "Ooh, that's my song." And then we wonder why it's taking so long. We have an image problem. We think the worst is indeed the best. But have we failed to test and fooled ourselves into believing that this is somehow in our best interest to settle for less? Yes, indeed we have. So what do we do? What do? We love. We love ourselves enough to look at the person in the mirror and say that today that it was our choices that brought us to the field we till. That we are the product of glorious free will. We pick the red or the blue pill. And while negative circumstances make bad decisions easier to make, they don't make bad decisions. We do. Save your poor excuse for an excuse. I see the same things you do. Been through the same things you've been through. I grew up in the hood. My mother did drugs. My father left when I was 2, and I'm related to a blood. But none of this made me sweep my responsibility under the rug. I decided not to be just another number, another bug on the windowsill of society. I determined my own image, not have one tied to me. So can you love yourself enough to say, I must face myself and change today. I must change what I value. I must change what I see. I must change my convictions, and I must change the degree in which I love my neighbor as myself and help those who are in need. Men, stand and love our seed through thought and deed. Never leave and work to provide a legacy. Love ourselves enough to want the best, but to know enough to know that the best is not green, made of paper and frivolously printed on sheets, but it is made of flesh, blood, a soul, and a mind and a heart that beats. Who walks the concrete streets looking for someone concrete to meet them where they are, be their northern star. People who will love them more than their car, their clothes, and their status. Look what this lack of compassion has made us. We let the world degrade us, cook food for the caterers, call everyone else haters. But behind the charade, we hate us. And when it comes down to it, there's no other answer but love. So rise up, my generation. Take up the brush and paint. Let us freely use those old cans of colors collecting dust on the shelves. Splash on the pastel of caring for someone other than ourselves. Paint over with bright white the dim shades of individualism and greed, and instead mix fine blends of helping those in need. Firm, strong strokes of intelligence and peace will undoubtedly unshadow ignorance and violence in the streets. Can you see? There's a problem, a dilemma at hand, and surely we hold the cure ourselves, if only we would stand for those things that are right in this ethical drought, because morality may not be some black and white, but it is something to think about. So shout with all your might from the top of the hill as we fail into unity and fall into the will of the one who created us to do more than kill, steal, destroy ourselves, our homes, our loved ones, and our kids, our community, our image, our reputation, and the memories of those who did all they could to give us a chance we have today. How? We love until it hurts. There is no other way.